Scorpio, welcome to your singles reading. So I'm going to start here just looking at where you are mentally. Where are you emotionally? Any blocks or barriers? What's the advice here for you? And the person coming towards you? And the timing of this person? So looking here, bottom of the deck, I am getting the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is forward movement. It's that fast energy. It's also open communication. It feels like you putting yourself out there, really interested in meeting your person, just all of it. And I say meeting your person specifically because mentally I'm getting the Hierophant. This is a marriage card in tarot. It's also Taurus energy, so very grounded, stable, long lasting. And it feels like that's what you're interested in, that kind of relationship. And so you're putting yourself out there. You might be meeting a lot of people with that Eight of Wands, having lots of conversations, but it's all with the intent to find a life partner here. So take it as it resonates for you. Maybe not life partner, or maybe marriage, not marriage, living together, whatever the case is. This is a long-term partner. When I look at where you are emotionally, I am getting the Knight of Swords. And so that Knight of Swords is a very fast energy, but what I'm getting here is you're ready. Absolutely, you're ready. You're ready to move forward. You might be eliminating options as you meet them because if they don't align with you emotionally, you can't see yourself developing a real connection, then you're just not interested. Showing up here in your blocks and barriers, I am getting the Hermit. And so the Hermit's a reserved energy. It's a lot of quiet. Interesting. Healing. There's something with healing. I'm getting a lot of you're ready. And so the Hermit's really not coming across as you. I'm not getting a block and barrier connected to you because the Eight of Wands tells me that you're putting yourself out there. The Hermit would be the opposite. The Hierophant with the Knight of Swords showing up here in your head space and your heart space tells me that you're ready. The Hermit healing would tell me the opposite. And so it's coming across as your person. Your person is really creating the block and the barrier here. And it's more of their own kind of internal reflection and healing. So the advice for you here with the Seven of Wands is just keep going out there, advocating for what you want, standing up for yourself, putting yourself out there. Lovers, focused on finding that person, that soulmate energy with that Gemini. Page of Cups, wearing your heart on your sleeve. Again, just really communicating what you want, communicating what you need as far as relationships go, and then not settling for less. And so the person coming towards you, they are closing out a cycle here with the World card. And it feels like that's the Hermit energy. It's coming through as them. I'm getting the Three of Cups as well as the King of Wands. What they're trying to do is kind of find their own way, restore their own happiness. And once they have that energy, then they're going to be available for dating. But until that happens, that's the Hermit. That's the block and the barrier. And so looking at the timing here, the Three of Wands, now the Three of Wands is a card of patience. So it could take as much as 3 weeks. It could be 3 days. Take it as it resonates for you. It could even be 3 months, the way the energy is coming through. But let's get more information. Tell me more about where you are mentally. King of Swords, you're being very discerning. This is you having very clear conversations with people, figuring out kind of almost right away whether or not the person's going to be a good fit for you. You're looking at it from the lens of, could I really see myself with you long term? So I like where you are mentally. Let's get more around where you are emotionally. Three of Wands. Knight of Swords with the Three of Wands. You're putting yourself out there, but you're also being patient. You're not going to settle. Not the way this energy is coming through. You're really looking for just your match here, somebody that's going to be a long-term partner. So tell me more around your blocks and barriers. The Hermit with the World. It's your person. So it's not your block and barrier. It's the person coming towards you. It's their own internal healing, closing out a cycle, preparing for this type of relationship. So let's get more advice for you here, Scorpio. What I'm getting here is just reminding yourself of what you need. So the Eight of Swords can be that self-imposed prison of the mind, a lot of reflection here on maybe the past with the Six of Cups. But what I'm getting is a kind of wanting to find that happily ever after, wanting to find that person that you can have some sort of happiness with. But the caution around overthinking and really hyper focus on the past is not going to do you any good here. It's about movement forward, focusing on like a new person, a new opportunity, but wanting happiness that maybe you've experienced in the past. It'll just come through in a different way because it's a different person, a different time, all of it. Tell me more around this person coming towards you. This person's working on balancing themselves out. So I am getting the Queen of Pentacles energy. They're trying to find their own stability. And so they are kind of finding their own happiness to be able to come forward and be available for a relationship here. So that Queen of Pentacles energy, but then I got the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is standing at a crossroads and needing to make a decision. This tells me that the person is going through it right now, that they're at this kind of place where no action can be taken. Like they're not able to move down the path because they need to sit in this energy, kind of be still, focus on their happiness and what they need to do to restore happiness within themselves so that they come at this from the right perspective, that they're not looking to you to kind of make them happy, that they're able to find it within themselves. And so that's what I'm getting with the Two of Swords. And I'm also getting the Two of Wands here. And so the Two of Wands is the potential here in the connection. And so it feels like you're going to recognize the potential in the connection, but this person needs to ground themselves first. They need to have their own happiness within them and come forward from that perspective. Otherwise, they would not recognize the potential within you because they're not going to come at it from a balanced place. So I like the way that their energy is coming through. They're working through something right now in order to find their own happiness, to really find their own way. Tell me more around the timing. The Devil energy. And so the Devil energy could be any time here. I'm getting the sense it's really connected to this person. And so whatever it is that they're healing from, whatever they're working through right now, it looks like it's been pretty substantial. This Devil energy doesn't feel like that's how strong it is right now. It feels like that's how strong it was, but this is what they're overcoming. And so it's going to take some time for them to kind of recenter themselves so that they can come forward in that right way and really match you at your vibration here. So Scorpio, this is your singles reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.